Hi, Rich. I thought maybe I should just take a moment and do the back feather checked into the forward feather coming from outside partner, so that you can see a difference in the pitch or the poise of the body. So that was one thing we talked about. My posture is simply how I'm standing. But I'm not standing in a way that I'm active to move or to dance. So whenever I would go into movement, I would change my poise. Now the poise is the angle of the body to the floor. So I can poise my weight in all different directions by moving my weight around in my feet. Then what you have to make sure you don't do is bend from here. So your forward poise, depending how far you need to go, you would rock the weight forward into the foot. Now, of course, from there, I don't want my body perfectly straight because I would fall down. So at the point where you poise forward, in order to keep the upper body in the proper alignment, I would make sure that I'm keeping this upright, and the hips and the thighs would come forward a little bit. Now, I'm not tucking or doing anything like that with the pelvis, but my body's accomplishing a little bit of a curve. Right, puppy? Or a little bit of a backward poise, then I would shift my weight backward in the feet. Now, I could even be on the toes and have my weight shifted more forward and more backward. And then when we're dancing the back feather, we're going to have a little bit more forward poise because I want to resist the lady's weight and create space here to invite her outside partner with the thigh. So we'll have to pitch my weight forward, and I'll also have to hinge the hip a little bit here on the right side, and of course have the CBMP. So there's space here, but I'm not leaning on top of her. So I'm on top of her essentially with the shelf. So when you look at the men, they still appear very straight, but they're giving invitation here in the hip and upper thigh area in order to invite the lady in. So when I dance the back feather, there's my slow. Now as I leave the slow, that's where I'm going to begin to open my right side. Now you have a choice here as man. You can rise through the feet, or you can do an up no foot rise and draw the heel to the toe. But having done that, I've moved my right hip up and back, so the lady's in line with me here. Invite her in. Open the side, rise, continue to move that hip back to sort of tuck her into that right pocket without bending over here. Now I'm going to cushion, and as I come out, I'm going to gradually move my hips into a neutral position, and then dance the right sway for the feather step. So the back feather has a left sway, and the normal feather has a right sway. This was one of the things that was confusing you is your shape, and also you're confusing the sway with rotation. So what happened as you came out of your back feather is you were turning to the left in your effort to sway. So essentially my body's in the right position once I've accomplished the partner outside. I don't need to change my relationship here with the girl. I need to change my sway. Right, so she's outside, and then I'm outside. So you can see it's just a change of left sway to right sway, and I'm not losing the CBMP position. If we take a quick look at the lady, I'm inviting her in, so she's stepping forward in line, and then she's invited to do the side lead or the shoulder lead, and then she slips outside. Because there's a sway there, she could open the head, and then the hips will begin to move backward, and now she'll roll through her heels like she normally would. So hopefully that just gives you a little better visual. One of the exercises I was trying to explain to you is if you just put yourself in the position of the feather, which is putting the feet in CBMP, and just do a left sway and a right sway, a left sway and a right sway. And that's not easy to do because it's hard to balance with your legs in that position, but I wanted you to feel how to change the shape without rotating the body. So I'm going to do this really, really small. The little grouping that we did was 3 steps of a reverse turn. And then from there, we did the wave, curving pretty strongly around the corner. And then from there, we danced the back feather curving and checking. And then from there, we came out with the feather step, outside partner. I don't think that I can actually dance the whole thing here without running into something. So those are your components. 1, 2, 3, a reverse turn. You're leading the lady into a heel turn. The wave, which is also slow, quick, quick. The back feather, slow, quick, quick. It's a back feather that's checked. And then a feather from outside partner. Okay, so just a little reminder there about what poise is and how to keep the CBM or the CBMP position and changing the shape.